I am Giovanna Eusebi. This is Eusebi Deli and Restaurant in Glasgow's West End. The impact of food waste on climate change, people don't realise that food waste is actually a bigger problem than plastics and costs each individual restaurant almost £10,000 a year in profit in food that we lose by not looking after it. So Plate Up for Glasgow was an initiative from Circular Glasgow and the Glasgow Chambers of Commerce. It was to highlight food waste in the hospitality industry, and it involved 40 restaurants coming together throughout the city to create one low waste dish on their menu. We came up with one low waste dish that we put on our menu. It was called the Humble Cauliflower, and it actually still features on our menu. It is a completely zero waste dish using the whole cauliflower.
Humble cauliflower salad. This one's been massively popular since the COP26. We start off by using our pesto that we've made from the cauliflower stems. We've just fried them, just till they get crisp. And that is our garnish, right at the very top. So it's got a great visual and great flavour. Voila!
The Plate Up for Glasgow initiative lasted for 1 month. It ran through COP26. We thought that was a great time to have it. We presented the dish on our main menu. We looked at our sales at the end of the month-long period, and it turned out it was the best-selling dish on our menu. So it does show that the consumer, if they have the choice, they really want to always vote for sustainability. So I think it's really made us rethink how we do things in a restaurant. I mean, food waste has really been at the heart of what we do. Our restaurant is based in the cucina povera values of my Southern Italian grandparents, but it really got the team engaged. And since then, they have all been coming to me with various ideas. You know, Giovanna, there's a coffee company who can take our grains and make it into clothes dye. Maybe we could get our uniforms dyed and it would close the circle for us. So they're all rethinking about the loop, how we can close the circle in the restaurant, how we can do better, because we can always do better. We're not the finished article. This is an ongoing journey. Sustainability is hugely important for all of our businesses. It's not just about the climate, which is so important, but it's also about staying ahead. It's also about, Plate Up for Glasgow is about plating up for profit as well. If we're looking at it as a business and coming through the pandemic, we really have to rethink how we do business. Throughout the city, the general feedback was that the chefs really enjoy creating these dishes. Front of house, we're proud to talk about these dishes and the impact that they could have on climate change, and taking a positive initiative and a positive role in that. It really turned out to be a really successful dish for us at the restaurant. I think there's been a cultural change as a result of not just Plate Up for Glasgow, but the pandemic as well. You can see there's been huge pressures on our supply chains now, and we've really had to rethink our menus. So we are sourcing more locally, telling that Scottish story, but we're weaving that through our Italian story in our menu. For example, we're buying venison, but making venison ragu. If anything, the pandemic has shown us it's about local economy, keeping the money within our local economy and keeping the business within our local economies as well. So I think there's been a cultural shift within our kitchen. The team are really fired up after the Plate Up for Glasgow initiative. It made us really rethink our kitchen space. We're looking at putting in some new equipment. We currently cook with induction, but it's more energy saving equipment. And also we're looking at scales that will be able to measure in real time the food that's going into our bins and tell us what that food is. So in real time, we can find out if portion sizes are too big, if we're maybe over ordering on a certain item. So we're really looking at not just, the food on the customer's plate, but the food that's coming back and what we're doing with that food, how much are we putting in that bin. I think everything in a kitchen should start from the bin and work its way back. So that's how we're re-looking at everything within our own business. I really feel it's worth investment because the payback in terms of what we can say to the customer, the journey that we're on, this is where we're at. We're doing better with it. We are thinking about the environment.